Our CBS 42 Guide to Football continues with a look at UAB. The Blazers have been a feel-good story in college football the last 2 years. So what is their next step and how do they reach it? I sat down with head coach Bill Clark to find out.
2 years ago, we were picked last in the nation.
UAB football has shocked the country since returning, and their football facility shows off the memories with trophies from titles and pictures of magic moments. It's a reflection of how far they've come.
Last year, obviously, was kind of that Cinderella story where we win the championship, we win the bowl game.
But the countdown to a new season has begun, and on the practice field, preparation is underway. It's year 3 since UAB's return, and this one, in many ways, is its own new beginning.
But really, our roster now has changed where we were more, almost 2/3 junior college, a third high school is now 2/3 to 3/4 high school. We'll always get some junior college players, but it's mostly high school.
That means it's a much younger team than the group that won 11 games last year, which is why this season is so important.
This will be a test for us. I mean, and I was sitting there with some scouts yesterday from some pro teams, and I mean, we're not talking about many guys. We just don't have many seniors.
Coach Bill Clark wants his team to be what he calls a real program, the kind that maintains success and continues building.
So you've won the conference championship, you've won the bowl game. What is the next step that you see this program making in its progression of continuing to grow and build?
I said that years ago, and I think people thought I was crazy. We said, when we want to be a top 25 team, we want to be a team that people think about.
But to reach that level, UAB has to commit at that level. Not just physically, but also financially.
So if you want to be a top 25 team, let's go look and see what those guys are spending on their program. What is their investment?
UAB's investment already is significant. The new Football Operations Center is evidence. And behind that center, they're clearing the way for more.
And that's why we're knocking this building down back here. We want to go build a grass field. We want to build maybe a sports medicine deal at the end of that, the new stadium. So those are the things that elevate our program to allow us to compete with the people across the country.
The new stadium he mentioned, which will be in Birmingham's Uptown area, already is in the works.
We really do believe that when that stadium comes into play, we'll have the best facilities in the country for anybody in Group of 5 and better.
But in the meantime, they'll rely on a group of young stars to maintain their recent success.
The future is really bright for us. If we can find a way to really, fight through these guys that have just not played a lot, it's exciting.
And if all works out, they might create new memories to adorn the football building's walls.
UAB opens the season 1 week from today, hosting Alabama State at Legion Field. Our special reports continue this evening at 5. Sports anchor Simone Eli takes us to a place some would call a Crimson Tide fan favorite, Salem's Diner in Homewood, which she learned about the spirit of the Crimson Tide inside the diner. And don't forget to tune in Saturday for even more football fun. Simone, Chris Brees, and Drew Carter have a 2019 preview, and they took a look at more ways to have fun this football season. That's airing Saturday at 6:30 p.m. right after the CBS 42 News.